Hello, James George, and this is Web Design Blog. And this week I'm going to talk about using the Yoast plugin to do basic SEO for your own website. And a lot of people prefer Yoast's WordPress SEO plugin. Some people use other ones, but this is the one that I use on all my websites, and I've always gotten great results out of it. And if you set up the basics first, then you can focus on really putting in your long tail keywords and really focusing on getting in some niche traffic. But you've got to get the basics down first, and that's what I'm going to show you today. If you're going to install Yoast SEO, WordPress SEO, just go to plugins and type in WordPress SEO. It should come up. And you'll see, yeah, that's the first one that comes up. WordPress SEO by Yoast, and just install. And so what you're going to do from here is the first thing that will come up is your dashboard, and you could put in your webmaster tools and things. I keep that separate. You could put it in, it really doesn't matter. And you've got your dashboard here. And you have your titles and meta, and that's where you want to really pay attention to setting things up. Yoast out of the box tends to have its own settings already pre-checked that it recommends that you use, like no indexing subpages of archives, forcing rewrite titles, things like that. A lot of people say that there's no point in using meta keyword tags, but I've heard many different arguments. One is, you don't get that much out of it, so why do it? And then the other argument is, well, it does count a little bit, and every little bit helps, so why not do it? And so I just go ahead and do it. It doesn't hurt to have meta keywords on your pages, so I just go ahead and include it. And that's in your general settings. And you can set this to clean up the head for you and hide RSS links and get rid of RSD links and all these little things that will detract from your SEO and could confuse search engine bots and things like that are crawling your site. The next tab over is Home, and this will set your home page and front page. Now, if you've got a specialized page like I do, certain WordPress templates or WordPress themes will make it to where you can create a custom home page, and it's modular in its layout, and you can determine how it looks, but you have to create a certain page and make that your home page. And so my theme does that, and you will control that on the actual front page itself. And I'll show you what to do there, but basically that's where you'll determine the keywords and the meta description and things like that people will see just for your home page. Now, if you have a blog, which a lot of design companies will have their own blog because it's just good for SEO. Having regular content and fresh content on your site on a regular basis looks really good to the search engines. If you just sit there and there's no changes, it doesn't really look that good. It's good to have new and fresh content on there. And so we'll go to post types here. And it asks you to set the posts and pages tags here. Now, what I like about Yoast is it has these tags that you can use to specify that it uses certain elements of your page to automatically format your SEO settings. And I like that because I don't necessarily want to go into every page and determine my title and my, go in and do everything manually. If you're going to follow a certain formula and be consistent, then why not just go ahead and set this up, and then it will be consistent throughout your entire site. And then if there's like a certain page you want to do something special for, then you may go in and edit that page, because Yoast has settings on individual posts and pages as well, and I'll show you that. I'll go to a post here just real quick and show you. I'll just go into a basic post that I did. Okay, and so you can set your template, your focus keyword, your title, your meta description. You can write out your meta description in a custom fashion. So even if you choose to set up an excerpt as your meta description, you're not stuck with that. You can go in for each post and set up your own custom meta description and type it out, and it will even tell you how many characters you have left and all that. It's fantastic. And I'll show you some more about this here in a couple of minutes, but basically these tags are wrapped in percent signs, 2% signs on each side. And so what this does is it finds the title of your page. This one would be 3 reasons not to use a website template, which is determined right here via your title. And then your focus keyword. And so my focus keyword is template. And so, yours might be something else. Or you may use long tail keywords such as great website templates or something like that. You would put that in there, and it would put the title of the page here, the top of your browser when somebody sees it, then the dash, and then your keywords. And so it just sort of takes care of all this automatically for you. And if you don't specify your own meta description, what do you want it to use? I want it to use the excerpt. Well, personally, for all my posts, I put in a custom meta description, and I try to just put it in plain English. Google has set up its algorithms to make it so that the more natural language that you use, and instead of trying to stuff like 50 keywords into your meta description, if you just say, you just have a couple of keywords in there in natural sentences that make sense, it works out a lot better for your SEO. And so you can set no index, and you could show the authorship and all that stuff. You can set all this up via Yoast right here. You can do the same thing for your pages. And so like I use the title name, or the title of the page, and the site name. And then I use the excerpt as the meta description. And then for the meta keywords, I use the focus keyword and tag. That way I don't have to go in and manually do that every time, because I'm not going to manually set keywords for every page, because, for example, my big design blog, Creative Beacon, has 600 and something posts. I'm not going to go through and do keywords for every single post that I've done. That's insane. And so if you, especially if it doesn't have that much of a benefit, like I said, that's debatable, but your focus keywords and tags, you can set this template so that Yoast automatically sets it for you, and at least you get some value out of it. And so this is excellent if you have an existing website and you want to go back and have keywords and things like that set up for your posts and pages, but you don't, like my website, you have 600 posts. You would have to hire a team of people to go back, or if you did it by yourself, it would take you a month to do. And nobody has that kind of time. So it's just good to have that feature, and this will save you big time, just being able to put in these little title tags and tags and things, and specify what will be used as your keywords and meta descriptions and all that. And for media like images and things like that, I've set the same thing: title, site name, caption, if there is one, the title, the image, and the site name, the focus keywords and the tags. I've set that up, and for since this is my design blog, or not my portfolio site that I'm doing this for, under projects I wanted to set descriptions and meta descriptions and all that stuff for those posts and pages as well, because those count. And if someone searches, let's say, custom WordPress themes or something like that, if that's one of my keywords or my tags for one of my projects inside of WordPress, it may come up in the search engine. It has a good chance to, because not a lot of people think to do that. And so it's really good to have this set up as well. I don't really have any custom post types, or so this is irrelevant. But just being able to go through and set these terms just makes it so much easier than trying to remember to do this every single time. Now I'm going to flip over to the post, and I'm going to show you something that Yoast does that I absolutely love, because when I'm writing, I like to write inside the WordPress interface here. I've gotten used to it. I can create my links instantly. I can make sure everything looks good. I can preview the page. I can make sure that everything looks how it's supposed to before I publish it, instead of copying it from Word over to here and then trying to format it and mess with it. And then, you run into issues, and if you just write inside of here, there are no issues. To me, it just seems a lot easier. Now, when you go down here and you set this up to be custom for your posts, one thing that Yoast has is a page analysis, and it will tell you, hey, you've done these things right in green, and then yellow and orange are things that are like, well, you could do better, you could improve, and it has a little check right here that says, hey, how's your SEO? Well, it's pretty good. You've got a lot of green, so overall you're okay. But this gives you more detail and tells you some of the things you can improve to really just knock your SEO score out of the park. Now, this one was just a general post, and I really, it's more about the content than trying to rank for something. And so it's I may go back and fix these, or it just really depends on what your goal is. But things like making sure your keyword is in the URL, that's not a have-to case, but it does help. Making sure it's in the title, making sure your title's long enough, making sure that it's not too long. Outbound links are helpful for SEO. It tells you your copy score using the Flesch reading test. It tells you your keyword density for your keyword, focus keyword. It tells you, you should use your keyword in at least one of the subheadings in your topic or in your copy. If you use a focus keyword more than once, it will tell you, so that because it talks about cornerstone content and always keeping something new on there and not trying to overkill with the same topics over and over again. it talks about your meta description, tells you how many words are in your post, and that 300 is the recommended minimum. Your keyword needs to appear in the first paragraph of the copy. It's just all your basic SEO type things. The images in your post contain your keywords or your keyword phrase or your long tail SEO phrase, and so that's just your alt tag basically right here. And so mine is template, and so template is in there. It's a website template, talking about how it's not always good to use a website template. Well, hopefully that will get you started with Yoast SEO. It can really help save you tons of time with trying to set up good SEO for your WordPress blog. I hope you find this helpful. I'm going to go more in depth about SEO and using Yoast to help you in future posts and future screencasts here. But I think I've covered a lot this week. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section below where this video is. I'm James George, and this is Web Design Blog.